have 7 days remaining before we head to respective polling stations for local government elections. In the meantime, let's tell you what's happening today, Monday, November 5. The government of Guyana has temporarily taken over the operations of the Berbice River Bridge in the interest of public safety. Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson made this announcement today. Stacey Carmichael has her first report.
In accordance with the powers conferred upon him by Section 4, 1 and 11 of the Berbice River Bridge Act, Minister Patterson issued the order declaring that the functions of the Berbice Bridge Company Incorporated, BBCI, to maintain and operate the bridge will be exercised by the government effective immediately. The government and the BBCI have been engaged in a public dispute regarding a unilateral announcement on October 16 by the company to impose draconian toll increases as much as 360% at the Berbice River Bridge.
We have also publicly stated that the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, as well as the government of Guyana, will not entertain this unilateral increase in tolls based on a flawed formula and computation. On the basis of correspondence between the two sides, most recently a few days ago, we do not envision a speedy resolution to this dispute.
Government will manage the bridge's operation until a date to be specified by the infrastructure minister. Government says it will be done until it believes there is no longer a threat to public safety.
We will do everything in our power to alleviate the disruption to the public and maintain a smooth transition during this period. The truth is, too many of our citizens, particularly the citizens of Berbice, depend on the smooth operation of this bridge. We therefore, as a government, cannot entertain anything that will jeopardize this smooth operation. I would like to assure all Berbicians and citizens of Guyana as a whole that during this transitional period, there will be no changes in the toll structures and all exemptions previously in place will remain unaltered.
Further, the minister said there will be no change to the staffing complement, contractors and suppliers as the management of the bridge transitions into this new and hopefully temporary arrangement. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu, who is performing the functions of president, has advised graduates of the Saraswati Vidya Niketan Hindu School to prepare themselves for opportunities that will arise from Guyana's developing petroleum sector. Here's more.
Prime Minister Nagamutu was at the time delivering an address at the school's 14th graduation ceremony in Cornelia, Ida, West Coast, Demerara. The graduates were urged to keep moving forward as a world of opportunities await them.
You need for Guyana a core of committed, honest leaders in every aspect of our society if we were to take advantage of opportunities for our country's development.
The Prime Minister told the graduates they have an integral role to play in the development of the country's new economy, mainly in the petroleum and green growth sectors.
I ask you to aim at becoming our future engineers, environmentalists, agronomists, and agro-processors, project planners, and all the technicians. The vision of our Green State Development Strategy includes you, the leaders and creators of the new Guyana.
Students were encouraged to rise morally and socially as they aim for excellence. Reporting for InfoHub, Crystal Starr.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon recently reiterated government's commitment to continue working with residents of Essequibo Island's West Demerara to further develop that region. Minister Harmon was at the time speaking at the community meeting held at Port Ryan. Residents were encouraged to use local governance to enhance the development of their communities. The state minister pointed to government's many achievements while reminding that it was through the coalition government that local democracy was restored after a 22-year hiatus. Minister within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Annette Ferguson, said the concept of local government is aimed at restoring power at the community level. She emphasized the need for the 3 tiers of government to work together for the common good. Delicia Haynes now tells us that the Ministries of Business and Legal Affairs collaborated to host a workshop on the draft Movable Property Security Bill 2018.
Minister of Legal Affairs Basil Williams, SC, noted that the bill provides for a comprehensive integrated framework for secured transactions in movable property. All movable property under this framework qualify as property regardless of the item or type, with a few exceptions.
The legislative framework introduces a modern centralized electronic registry system in which authorized registrants will have direct access to the registry database for the purpose of entering their record of a secured transaction.
The Movable Property Security Bill of 2018 is part of the Ministry of Business's efforts to improve the ease of doing business in Guyana. The Ministries of Business and Legal Affairs have worked together to develop a modern, secure transaction regime to facilitate the use of movable property, both tangible and intangible, to use as collateral for business and consumer lending. The system will be built on a newly designed platform for company records and will operate in real time.
The proposed legal and institutional framework will provide Guyana with the Caribbean's most modern legislation dealing with secured transactions. Together with the newly introduced credit information system and legislation, which was recently introduced, this legislation will enhance risk assessment, management, and mitigation for lenders. As a result, it will promote access to finance for a broader spectrum of borrowers, especially small and medium-sized enterprises.
The regime also facilitates the establishment of an electronic collateral registry. The government has received support from the Inter-American Development Bank. Consultant Dr. Tom Johnson has been working with the ministries in the drafting of the bill. The workshop was hosted at the Carol Lodge in Quamana Street, Georgetown. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
Turning our attention to health, the Institute of Health Science Education was on Sunday urged to focus on research programs that could provide equal opportunities for healthcare across Guyana. Stacey joins us again.
This call was made by Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Karen Gordon-Boyle as she delivered opening remarks at the 11th Annual Guyana Medical Scientific Research Conference at the Arthur Chung Conference Center.
I challenge you to see each patient as a unique opportunity to apply all that you have learned to improve the quality of your patient care and management, but also to see each patient as an opportunity to learn how an individual's history, place of birth, where they grew up, played, work, or live can impact their ability to achieve optimal health.
Dr. Gordon-Boyle said the Ministry of Public Health has embraced the life course approach to health, since it recognizes that social, geographic, and cultural factors influence adult health. Director of the Institute of Health Science Education, Dr. Alexandra Harvey, said the conference is geared at carrying out research at the local level so that Guyanese from all walks of life could benefit.
Since our last conference, the IHSC has introduced various initiatives to promote the research aspect of its mandate. And these include piloting a 2-day hands-on training workshop on research and statistics. And that was with the aim of having more of these activities in the future. It was very good because, as I say, it was hands-on and people got the chance to work their statistics and so on, which many people find the more challenging areas of doing research.
The annual forum provides the opportunity for local healthcare practitioners to present their research findings to the administration of the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, among other healthcare professionals. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Still to come, Potentia and Craig Primary are beneficiaries of Information Technology Labs, and the Education Ministry commissions a mobile counseling unit. Stay with us.
I'm voting for local government election because I'm hoping to see a lot of changes in the area in terms of development, infrastructure. A lot of stuff has to be done in the region, and I only feel it can be done, or I feel that it could only be done by your members or the persons around who you're affiliated with or who you know, who you can raise issues with, who you can talk with, and those are the local persons in your area that you might be voting for. Those persons, if you have a right to elect a person who can act and work for you, and not only you, for the betterment of the community, the village, your region in a whole. Local government election would give you that chance to get that person who you have confidence and trust in, not politically, but to have a development generally in your region. So it's not, I'm encouraging everybody else to go out and vote as well.
Welcome back. As the Ministry of Education continues its effort to integrate information and communication technology into the school's curriculum, students of Potentia and Craig Primary Schools are now beneficiaries of 2 information technology labs. More in this report.
Delivering the feature address, Minister of Education Dr. Nicolette Henry urged the students to fully utilize the laboratory for their enhancement of their education.
I want our children in particular to ensure that they are using the labs for learning purposes. I also would like to see a connectivity and a connection between these labs and the smart classroom programs. Technology enabling learning is very, very important for what is currently happening not only here in Guyana, but in the world.
The minister said both schools will be outfitted with robotics labs next year. This, she noted, is among other technology-based programs. Yugnauth Idnar Singh, head of MIS unit, called on teachers to explore options to fully utilize technology.
Today, with computers in the school, teachers have a richer avenue in which to impart learning. Students who are visual learners, auditory learners, can now have videos and sounds and images and manipulatives on their screen that they could use to engage in this learning process.
The labs cost over $12 million, which includes installation of computers, printers, routers, and among other devices. Neola Deman, InfoHub.
And still in education, the Ministry of Education today commissioned a mobile counseling unit. Tiffany Rogers was there and filed this report.
Minister of Education Dr. Nicolette Henry commissioned Guyana's first ever mobile psychosocial unit this afternoon.
But it is expected that the welfare unit, in collaboration, of course, with other units in the Ministry of Education and other partners outside of education, will go to where our children are and provide the services where they are needed.
Funding for the mobile unit was made in the Ministry of Education's 2018 budget. Acting Deputy Chief Education Officer Ingrid Trotman noted the unit seeks to improve attendance in public schools.
The focus of the intervention is, 1, to increase the learner's ability to exercise control. 2, to reduce the stress level of stress. 3, to enhance learners' resilience and to enable the person to use the most effective coping skills, to offer a quick response to trauma and to maximize support available from family and friends.
The Ministry of Education will work in collaboration with the Ministries of Public Health, Social Protection and Public Security to achieve cognitive, emotional and behavioural changes in students across Region 4. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
The public is hereby notified that tomorrow, Tuesday, November 6, is a national holiday as Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights, will be observed. Let's remind you that the Rupert Craig Highway will be closed to vehicular traffic tonight from the St. John Road to Chateau Margaux, East Coast Demerara, to facilitate the Diwali motorcade. That's all for this evening. Shubh Diwali to all Guyanese, particularly the Hindu community. Connect with us on WhatsApp, social media and our website at dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.